We went to the championship. I did some few practices, and suddenly, like out of nowhere, from 300, I placed fifth.
And this is how my passion for motorsport started, and then I converted that passion into profession.
From that time till now, I am a person who is handling the team as well as driving for the same team and representing India in the Dubai Endurance Championship as well. Very proud to say that I have over 100 drivers representing the team. All over the globe, they are racing in different formats. 1 year you have to give dedicatedly into regional karting. After that you can go to national, and then only it's like an international stage.
I was seeing motorsport, so I used to bunk my college, and I used to work in the workshop. I used to bunk my college, I used to go to the events.
So we were famous for that as well. But yeah, that was the first time even we met as rivals.
That makes a difference because there are multiple organizations who have never participated in go-karting actually, but they are organizing go-karting events. It's a sad truth, but I have to say that.
Because there is no safety, you all are damaging the property, you all are endangering many students, and it shouldn't be done. Racing is done on track.
About differentiating, I proudly say that I am the only event organizer who is using timing system for all the dynamic events. None of my judge is using stopwatches or manual entry. Even before we announced the result, everyone knew that who's the winner, and that's what transparency is. That's my USP. Organizing the event, I am learning from them. Because in future, I want to develop go-karts, so they may that data and that team would be helpful.
Completely involved in that debate that they were taking each other's case so bad that it was almost going to get physical. And I'm like, Azmat, how do we stop this, or what conclusion? And what if we were in that position? I wouldn't have been able to answer those questions for sure.
I would have bashed you literally there. भगवान नहीं आएंगे बचाने तुमको. Hello everyone, welcome to the first podcast of Morphine Motorsport. The idea is very simple. We're gonna talk about motorsports in India, starting with the grassroots level, which is karting, or maybe it rental cars or a professional racing. You have to start with the karting. I am Azmat Hussain. I'll be representing the student motorsport side of the karting, and with me is my good friend Arjun Khaire. Arjun is into karting since long, and he's the Rotax Max champion. Welcome Arjun to the podcast.
I'm honored, Azmat, and thank you for inviting me for this podcast. First of all, I'm really grateful to be a part of your journey, and together, let's conquer the world is what I've been saying since a long time.
That's great. That's a very good beginning. So, let's start with something very common to everyone, the Formula One. How did you enjoy this season, and who was your favorite?
So this season, starting with the first half of the Formula One event, is what everyone was expecting was McLaren was at the peak. But later on, so me being a die-hard Lewis Hamilton fan, it was really bad for me. But keeping that aside, McLaren showed what it really was supposed to be done back in 2 years' time, that the performance has been improving. Their F1 cars have been going to a different peak altogether, and definitely both had potential. So if you would have told me to choose one of them, I was really rooting for Piastri. And secondly, Verstappen. Verstappen really was a dominant performance, and absolute bonkers it was. Till the final race, everything was just haywire. Definitely, if my heart said I really wanted Verstappen to win, but still Lando also deserved the same because of his peak performance and the consistency he's been keeping. Definitely deserved the win. So that's what I would like to wrap with the Formula season for 2025. What is your take on it?
I watch Formula One since a long, and I am a very big Lewis Hamilton fan. But since he shifted to Ferrari, I lost my interest into Formula One. I don't like to watch Formula One. But this season, specifically this season, I've seen Lando Norris doing really good, and I've seen that spark, I guess, a couple of years back, where I was willing that someday he's gonna be a champion, and I was supporting Lewis Hamilton this season. But again, happened, and Leclerc was doing good for Ferrari, but Norris, he deserved it. Let's start with the karting thing now. Tell me about your journey in karting. What made you start into motorsport? What introduced you to motorsport?
So, Azmat, I'm going to reveal a story which very few people know about it. Is like I was just a small kid, 6, 7 standard, and we used to get these NIE papers, these student leaflets from Times of India. And suddenly I never read any newspapers, barely I read any books except for the ones which are required in the curriculum. And suddenly I was just going through a crossword puzzle, and above that I saw one placard or an advertisement of a go-kart championship in Kolhapur. I was really excited because whenever we used to go to Mahabaleshwar, go-karting was the first thing we used to go to with my family. The first few rounds just got me that adrenaline. So whenever we went to Mahabaleshwar, the first and the last thing I used to do was karting. Yeah. So after that I spoke to my parents. Definitely they were like, come on, let's just go for a small vacation, and Kolhapur being really nearby, at least just a small drive. So we were like, let's just go there. We went to the championship. I did some few practices, and suddenly, like out of nowhere, from 300, I placed 5th. So I was already selected in the national. This was the regional round. After that, I got into the nationals. So nationals also, I placed 7th. There onward, my karting journey started. One of the Kolhapur's very big team known as Mohite's Racing Academy. They scouted me. So from that team, I went forward with my training. I went into 4-stroke championships. Then I got into road tags. And by God's grace and the training provided by Mohite's, I conquered the 2013 road tags rookie championship. So that was the first national championship I got. And it was a turning point in my life. Like over there also, like I was managing my academics, curriculum, as well as my racing simultaneously. And after conquering this championship, by that time I was in 12th standard. So after like 12th, I just took a complete break. And my passion and my motivation was towards mechanical engineering. So I took admission into mechanical engineering. I completed my degree from SPPU. But during this time, I found out that there are these student championships which are there. So I was like, let's just put my skill over here as well. Then I got into these intercollegiate championships. Over there also, I got a lot of podiums. And after a point of time, after my graduation was completed, I think COVID had arrived. So during the COVID time, it was complete shutdown for all motorsports and everything. And again, I was like, okay, I might just retire from racing, which was like a very bad decision or like whatever it was. Suddenly a championship in Pune came up. Like there was a talent scouting event in Pune, which was at Pune Karting. That was the only track in Pune at that point of time, in 2020 if I'm saying. So thereon I started getting my confidence back. Come on, let's just try if I still have it. I went to the championship. Again, I came first. So after that big break, so many people just like knew a name was existing in Pune or anything. But over there, that's where I conquered it. So then that's where I got my complete motorsports career back in form again. I'm like, okay, this is not the end. And I still have it. From there, I went to Dubai Karting, the championships, the endurance championships, if you say, and pretty good result. Then, seeing the complete layout, I saw that there are no motorsport teams based in Pune. Taking that opportunity ahead, I launched my team. So in 2021, Arc Racing came into existence, and from that time till now, I am a person who is handling the team as well as driving for the same team, and representing India in the Dubai Endurance Championship as well. And now I'm very proud to say that I have over 100 drivers representing the team.
Nice.
All over the globe, they are racing in different formats. And definitely we'll be coming to that point in this podcast as well.
Sure. That's a very inspiring journey of yours. Like, tell me about that retirement part. At what age you thought I should retire?
So I was 18 and I was 86 kgs.
Oh.
So that time, the whole stress of examinations and everything, I started stress eating a lot, and I reached a point that I was really like not fit into the kart, physically and mentally. So I was like, okay, let's just cut it down now. It's high time I give others a chance in that. But then, yeah, things just turned all around side because my friends, thanks to my friends, they motivated me. Ki, why are you doing it? You still have it in you. Just go for it. That's where I saw that point and challenge. Then I worked on my fitness as well. I got my mental peace again. And that's one thing which I learned from racing is that really gives me a lot of peace. So driving on the roads with safety and with precaution is a different part. But on the track, on the karting tracks, it's all out, and that's what I love.
So let's talk about, you talked about driving on roads. So how different it is driving on road to driving on track, and does driving on road somewhere helps you in driving on track?
Okay, so these are like completely two different aspects when you come to the road driving. So you have to follow signals, you have to follow some rule sets, like basic is seat belt. You have to keep your focus just not only on the road but towards the other cars as well. So you can see there are rear view mirrors given. Just you have to be a little cautious. You never know what situation you're going to go through, which dog runs up across the street, right? So you have to be a little cautious about that. But when you come on the racetrack, this all thing is cleared. You have a complete go away. You do not have any signals. Definitely you have racers alongside you. Without any rear view mirrors, you have to drive. So it's all about your own conscience, and you have to be careful. It's your own skill. So when it comes to like racing on the track, how do you judge that there is a person behind you? Is only by some noise. When we are turning through the corners, you can just have a peak view. Okay, there is someone behind me. That's what you analyze. But if you start doing that on the road, God help you.
That's great. Now give me some briefing about your journey for Dubai Kart Many of the students, our young viewers want to know how to start into karting and how to reach to that level.
Right. So first of all, I would like to clear a misconception which is going around in racing is you need to start at a very early age. I agree. You really need to do it, but not necessarily, especially when it comes to India. I believe in that one point is age is just a number. So I've got racers who are 30 years old, they started their journey right now, but they have reached that peak of going to the endurance championships and everything. So when you start is like first you have to go on the track firstly. You have to get a small idea about go-karting. You need to know how it operates, where you can turn, how you can turn. So these are some basics which you need to understand. Then probably you can join some racing school or some training programs. Through that, you can get into a team, which is like a regional team or a national team. Going that, like I would believe that go-karting is ground zero. After that, roads open towards different championships. So there is like regional championship, national championship, and then you go across like international championships like the Dubai Kart you mentioned. So this is like a step-by-step process. So some people come to me like first time, like for a training program, and they are like, I want to go to Dubai next year. I'm like, no, you can't do that. 1 year you have to give dedicatedly into regional karting. After that you can go to national, and then only it's like an international stage. So it's like a very slow step-by-step process. You can't directly cross jump towards the other one. But yes, there is a lot of potential, there are a lot of opportunities. It's just the important thing is you need to grab one.
No.
So that's the main part of it.
But I see in international, say Middle East or US, there are kids of 5 years, 6 who are starting karting, have started karting, and they are doing very good racing. And in India, I don't find such kids. Like you told that you started in 8th standard something, so it's around 12 years.
Correct.
So what's the right age?
So I'll tell you a funny story, okay? So when I went to kart, like when I was going in the national championship, the one who taught me or like told me the basics was a 8-year-old kid. And I was like, this guy is going to teach me. Like, he's hardly 5 years younger to me. He can barely fit in a cart. But yeah, that story goes by like definitely the earlier you start, it's better. But the ideal age to start is, I would believe, is after 10th standard. So like between like 8 to 10th is a perfect point of time. That time you are actually, you have that mental strength to get into it. You know the basics of at least driving. You've seen around, like when your parents are driving the car, you can see that difference. Like you can understand the cars a little better. And yeah, so that will, I'll believe, like from 12 to 14 is a complete good age gap you can go forward with racing with.
But
The younger ones you're saying.
looking at the current scenario, as we see, Hamilton is in his 30s something. Vettel, he retired in 30s. So starting at around 14 and reaching up to Formula 1 up to 30, don't you think it's a very small gap? If someone is believing he wants to reach to Formula 1,
Right.
he got his inspiration from Formula 1. So I don't think so. He must start at 8 or 10. He must start even earlier.
So when it comes to karting, there are age caps. So there is one is micro, then it's mini, then it's junior and senior. So the micro and mini age cap is still 12 years old. You can be eligible for that. Micro is less than that. I think it's 8 or 10 years only. And after that, the mini age cap is some 10 to 12 years. So these are like, as you said, agreed, there are a little less people in this. So usually there should be a big number of people participating in this, but there are hardly 8 to 10 karters which we see in India, wherein the senior category has 33. This year it had 38, I think 38 karters.
Drivers.
38 drivers in one senior grid racing together.
Very less.
That's
compared
crazy. But I'll tell you why it happens. Because those kids started from micro. They never left karting. So they matured, their age cap went on increasing, and the mini drivers have also reached the seniors. The micro have reached the seniors. So everyone is now fit in that one age cap, which is the senior karting.
Okay.
And definitely everyone wants to prove the best in the world, right? So that happens. And when you say that the younger kids, now if you see, like there are a lot of reels and YouTube videos of Lando and Verstappen, even Charles Leclerc in their
Yep.
karting days.
Yes.
So definitely they started early, and people do need to take, like if they want to really be in that challenging world, definitely they had some backing as well. So their parents or some of their relatives were into karting, and that's how they got introduced in the world. The key is like they were not introduced to this world. So over here also in India, what happens is like these kids are not introduced to karting earlier, wherein some facilities even don't have smaller karts, which now is taking place. Now people have the mini karts as well. So that world is also now going ahead.
What's the difference between open wheel racing and the closed wheel which we are driving, the commercial vehicles? What's the difference like?
So when it comes to open wheel racing, definitely safety is one thing. It's legit 50%, because your wheels are already open. Many of the components are open and very delicate. So even a small touch is going to damage something. Wherein the closed wheel racing, which you see the commercial, like so Polo Cup is one of them, which
Yep.
runs. The the National Car Racing Championship works on that. So those are a little safer, wherein there are roll cages involved. The open wheel racing doesn't have a roll cage, but they have some safety members as well. So terms of safety and even the engine grading. So these have a specific engines, the open wheel ones. Everyone runs on the same set of engine. Wherein in open wheel racing, some, like if you consider Polo Cup, every Polo is on the same engine, but there are in the National Racing Championship, everyone is running on different cars. So that's the difference which you can see.
So you talked about Polo Cup and national championships. Tell me about the championships in India which are happening. If someone wants to participate, someone wants to grow their career into karting, what all are the options they have and where they are conducted?
That's a really good question, Azmat. So, like, first of all, you really need to be connected to whatever organization or the car racing committees. You should follow them on Instagram or like be really communicated with the web pages, just type go-kart championships in India in 2025, 2026. You'll get all the list of championships. You just need to scout a little. Starting with the championships, there are two types of championships. One is the regional and one is the national. So the regional championships is like any go-kart track owner has their own championships over there where they scout drivers.
Okay.
Scouting drivers, as in they just don't look forward, like they are not completely focused or looking into it, but whoever wins usually gets the seat.
Okay.
So the top 3 winners or the top 6 winners go forward to the national championship representing that team. So regional championships, I can say, is Pune Cardrome has its own, Rio has its own. So there are some championships happening in Pune, Mumbai, Gujarat now, and Chennai. So there are now, the racing season will start and these championships are happening open for all, everyone. So you don't need a prior experience for it, or you don't need to have a training program completed. You can just directly opt for it, register and be a part of the racing. This is coming to the regional. Once you win the regional rounds, or like suppose you are really good and you want to really move forward with the national championships. So difference between the national and the regional is national championships are hosted by FMSCI. The FMSCI, the Federation of Motorsports Club India, is the government, like racing government body of India, which you can say, and whatever the races certified by them are the national championships, you can say.
So are they certified with CIK, FIA?
Yes. So CIK FI is the international body. With them, they have different branches. Like country-wise, it's different. So for India, FMSCI is the racing body. So they are affiliated with CIK FI. All the rules apply are the same.
Okay.
Coming to this like national championship, there are two types of championships happening in this as well. One is the 4-stroke karting, one is the road tax. Now, many people in this racing community know this road tax championship as the grand gala of karting.
Wow.
It truly is.
How?
But I would like to specify some things that Rotax is not the kart manufacturer, like they don't make the chassis or anything. Rotax is an engine company.
Oh.
And there are different chassis which run including that engine. So that's the reason the Rotax is like the major engine supplier all over the world, which is certified for all these championships. And hence that Rotax Max Championship has come into place where all the countries have their own different rounds. For India, like this Rotax Championship usually happens between May to November. Now the racing season has ended for this. And as I mentioned, like 35 to 50 racers participate in this. So all of the best in the country go forward with this. And the winner gets that one very important ticket, which is the Rotax World Finals.
World Finals.
That's like the place to go to. That's the biggest championship in the world.
It's actually a dream for many.
Dream for many, and only a few have achieved it. So like that's like the grand gala. Like I have never seen it in my life, but I have some friends who have been to it, and it's phenomenal. So it's a complete different festival going on. It's like legit like FIFA World Cup, but for the karting people. And imagine Azmat, like from your country, you are the only one representing. 78 to 80 countries are in that. It's like you are the best in your country, 80 others are there of the same caliber. It's like a nightmare.
I usually see the highlights of these events. I usually have a look at the back end of the event because I'm into organizing the event. So I usually see how that event goes, and I just love the start of these karting events. When they start, the light goes out and everyone's scattering on the track. It's a very good feeling. And how do you see how much is the time left for India to get that level?
That level definitely is going to come back soon. So when I was in my racing days, it was really at its peak. But after COVID, we lost a lot of things, especially in racing, as well as like we lost that touch or like the motivation from other racers. now thanks to even Formula One Drive to Survive, the
Yeah.
series,
Yes.
and the Formula One racing happening,
Yes.
definitely there are a lot of things changing, and now we are seeing some potential. Also, Azmat, I would like to ask you a question actually.
Yeah.
Is like, I can see that you are such a motorsport enthusiast yourself. How did you start into motorsports?
Actually, I didn't love motorsport earlier, but I st- first time my father was teaching me how to ride bike. So he told me this is the accelerator, this is the clutch and everything. So you have to operate it. I'll sit behind you. And the first thing I did was a wheelie. So it was not intentional, but it went up into a wheelie, and I love that feeling that dopamine hit me.
Right.
So I was very much interested. Then I brought my interest into speed, not exactly motorsport, but speed. I like sitting on the bikes, cars who run fast. I like there was a driver, a van driver in our school. So he used to pick us up, and he used to ride like a racer. So from there the thrill of speed came to me. And then in my engineering days, when I was in first year, I was sitting in a library. Something came outside our parking area, and it was roaring too much. I came outside, then I saw a formula team drifting in our parking. Then I started thinking about, okay, what's this? I asked the people there, so they told me that it's an SAE level event, and we manufacture our own vehicle and we race them. So I told even I want to join. And that time in our college, the first year students weren't allowed to participate in any extracurricular activities. So I was very much curious, because daily I used to see those carts running, doing donuts, measuring timings, taking out all their tools and doing something with their car. So I was very much interested about what they're doing, and even I want to do. So as soon as I went into second year, I've seen a poster on my notice board. It was written, we are looking for members to participate in a team. And I gave the interview, and fortunately I got selected. And then it happened spontaneously, like we participated. I was a junior member of a team. Our senior used to do the majority of the work there. We used to just observe them, and the leftover work which they leave, so we used to complete it. Slowly started the working on the vehicle. Finally I saw we have created something. It's on four wheel and it is moving. We started the testing of that vehicle. All went well. It was a lovely feeling. Not that much attached to motorsport, but yeah, I had a feeling that okay, I made something and it is running. Something cool is happening in my life. And then the time came where we were supposed to go to an event. That time I fell into love of motorsports, because that time multiple events used to happen in India, student karting, and I went to an event called NKRC. They had a huge number of teams. I guess that time there were around 80 to 90 teams, multiple colleges. So when I went there, I saw okay, only I am not doing this thing. There are lots of colleges who are doing this, and they are making better machines than me. Their machines are looking even beautiful than me. Their specs are better than mine. So I started comparing, and then the race happened. I went all into it, and then the love for motorsport started there. So I participated in multiple go-karting events. I also worked in ATV team of my college. We used to participate in SAE Baha. Then I started working with Formula team as well. So our college was also an epitome at that time, Sinhgarh Institutes. In that college we had around eight teams, I guess, which included two go-karts, one electric cart, one solar vehicle, and we had robotics as well, formula vehicle, and one quad bike as well. And all the teams, it was a terror. Like we were the Australias of cricket at that time. So whichever team used to go to an event, they used to conquer it from Sinhgarh College. And there was a terror in other teams. Okay, Sinhgarh's team is there, so we have to take care of them. So we had a legacy. Like in my college days, in 4 years, I won more than 50 awards, I guess. In whichever event I went, we luckily we won. I got a team like that, I got seniors like that who have supported us, and they have passed on the legacy. So from there the legacy started, and I started falling in love with the motorsport, because throughout I was seeing motorsport. So I used to bunk my college, and I used to work in the workshop. I used to bunk my college, I used to go to the events, and this is how my passion for motorsport started. And then I converted that passion into profession.
So I think when you mentioned NKRC, I think it just sparked into me like that was the first time even we met as rivals.
Yes, yes.
So I was in modern, so I think Team Pegasus was my team, and like even that was my first championship, as you mentioned.
Yeah,
so
Pegasus, I remember with the bigger tires.
Yeah. So we were famous for that as well. But yeah, that was the first time even we met as rivals, and it's such a nice thing to see us moving our passion towards our careers and like making a legacy of our own now.
Yeah.
But like a great approach. And I would like to ask you another question is,
Yep.
let's coming down to Morphine Motorsports. What drove you to give the name as Morphine Motorsports?
Name as Morphine, see, currently the trend is for the Gen Zs, and I wanted an energetic name, like adrenaline is there, some spark is there, and my co-founder, he's from medical branch, so he suggested me Morphine is a thing, and then I thought, okay, this name looks cool, so let's do it, let's make it Morphine Motorsports. From there the name came, and then I've named my event as Morphine Motorsport Series, which we call it as MMS. So even that is a bit quirky, but still it hits the algorithms on Instagram and Google. Sometimes teams face difficulties in searching me on Instagram. When they search Morphine, a lot of results come. When you search on Google, a lot of results come. But again, yeah, I want to make a legacy of it. Someday, if someone search Morphine, they'll be able to see Morphine Motorsports. So that was the story behind the name Morphine.
Absolutely, definitely we'll be reaching that stage soon. And like now recently we finished the Morphine Motorsport season 1. So Azmat, one very important question is, what was the fuel behind starting Morphine Motorsports?
The fuel behind Morphine Motorsport was a frustration. Frustration of participating in the events where there was no safety. First of all, the events, majority of the events were conducted into college premises, not of professional racetracks. Then, talking about the judges, even the judges were unqualified. Sorry to say that. Judges were unqualified. There was biasing thing going on in the event. The poor management of the event, like being a student, because I have been a student and I have gone to multiple events, and everyone have a feeling that okay, I'm going to the event, so this has to be the standard. Since I have seen multiple Rotax event highlights and Formula 1 and all, so the culture which I wanted to see, the reason I want to participate into motorsport wasn't fulfilled by the events. So I thought, okay, let's do something which matches the standard of international events, where you get qualified judges. The judges, even you are my judge, how qualified you are. So that's the proof that I want the judges who have a knowledge, and they don't flaunt their knowledge, they share their knowledge with the juniors. So this is how Morphine Motorsport started. The Morphine Motorsport series started. Quality events, laser based timing system or RFID timing system, because multiple events there was a lot of biasing firstly, and also human error were also there. To avoid all these things, I wanted to give a platform to the students, because they are working hard, they are working nights and nights, spending every penny of their pocket money. We used to be into the karting scene. We used to work till late nights, not sleeping, not giving enough time to our academics, and giving more time to the manufacturing thing and event planning preparations. So I wanted to give a gift for this efforts the students do, and that's how Morphine Motorsport series started basically.
That's superb actually, listening to the complete side and like what actually hustle you went through. Definitely our audience also wants to know about it. Is there any ideology you believe in, or like any certain perspectives you have?
My ideology is simple. In the student motorsport, the students, yes, they do come to win, but I've heard from Dhruv Moite, he's one of the champion in go-karting. So once he told, only one team's gonna win, but rest all will learn, and that's my ideology. I want each and every team who's coming to my event to learn something. They are winning, they are losing, doesn't matter to me.
Right.
It matters to them, and I've got a lot of reviews from the teams as well who have participated that, sir, we didn't win, but we have learned a lot, and next season we will come back stronger. So that's the motive and the ideology that rather than winning, I want to give them a good atmosphere, an international kind of atmosphere where it's not only about racing, not only about making your vehicle. I try to do some engagement activities as well during the event. We organize sundowners as well. Kind of, I want to make it more exciting so everyone is engaged in the event. So that's the ideology behind it. So I want to give an experience to the teams. Basically, into other events, what they do is they just come, make their kart, go for the test, race, participate into the award ceremonies, and go back. But at Morphine, I want to give them a thrilling experience, the experience what a real motorsport is. So I'm trying to include stand-up comedians as well into the event. I am in previous season as well. I've given Sundowner DJ night. I'm trying to get collab with some singers as well to do some gigs. Also, we are planning some on-site activities like reflex tests and races, 100-meter race with the drivers or something. So which can make the event more interacting for the students, engaging for the students, because during these events what happens, driver have to work, your captain have to work, and few 3 or 4 major members are working on the vehicle. Rest all they don't have anything to do. So I want to give them also some time to enjoy the event, enjoy the atmosphere. In the coming season, I am also looking forward to call some stuntmans. I'm in talk with Jeet Tapasvi, as you know, big personality in motorsports, specifically in Pune. He's bringing the car culture. So I'm trying to get in touch with him as well. So if he can come and show us some drifting, and students, they can enjoy a lot.
So look, seeing and hearing the vision you have for the season 2 is mind-blowing firstly, and I myself am excited for this, and definitely Jeet Tapasvi's addition to this is going to create a different atmosphere, and we will have a better event, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now coming to this part is like when the audience and the participants just see the greatness of the event and the success behind it, but there are some challenges, right? So can you tell us more about the challenges which go forward in making the event successful?
Challenges, as such, there are no direct challenges. There are multiple indirect challenges. Firstly, if you want to conduct an event, you need a good budget, because you might have seen season 1, we try to, whatever we do, we try to do it best in class. So it requires a good budget. And budget, from where it comes from registration fee. We are bootstrap. We don't look more towards the sponsors. We don't look more towards the tie-ups.
Right.
But so this is the major challenge which comes. Additionally, getting a good organizing committee, because organizing committee is the face of the event. Organizers have to be well qualified. They must have participated in at least 4 to 5 events. So even they can be a decision maker. We have to make sure that nothing unfiltered should go to the students.
Correct.
Say you are a judge, team came to you and ask a query regarding XYZ something. You have given them the answer. The same team may come again to me, and if I give another answer, there will be a negative impression on the team, and then they will be in the confusion that now whom to listen.
Correct.
So that's why a good training to the organizing committee, a good communication with the organizing committee, that is very important. And also with number of teams coming, there comes responsibility as well, because there are 30-35 teams coming to the event. We have to give equal importance to each and everyone, and that how we make sure. In my previous edition for 23 teams, I have 45 people in organizing committee, and it was not overstaffing. It was my dedication towards giving equal opportunity, equal attention to everyone. So I can listen to everyone. So that's a kind of challenge, managing these people and the quality of the people. That's very important. Other than that, everything is good because see, we go with a rule book, and it's not only student who should abide with the rule book. It's also for the organizing committee. Even the organizing committee follow the same rule book. If both stakeholders are following the same rules, event is going to be smooth, obviously. Yeah, there may be chances see, some teams win, some teams lose, but the losing team, if they consider that loss as a learning, everything will go smooth. Recently in a few events, I have seen some team didn't won, and there was a lot of chaos happened in that event. So I'm not blaming if that was organizers' mistake. It can be students' mistake also, but the communication must be made. So communication is the most important thing in making or breaking the event.
Correct. So when I was a part of the season 1, so definitely I also encountered one team coming to me, and they were in a tussle that we were the champions, or like whatever the event was, they were the winners. But after a good clarifications, they humbly just listened, they agreed on those terms, and they went. So absolutely I agree with you that communication is the key, and definitely there are challenges which people don't see. And coming to that one point is like the communication between the teams and that bonding. So like even when I communicate with my team or something, they are not just an organization for me, they are like my family. And obviously that is a very important factor which is required. It is trust. So if you trust in the organization, absolutely everything is going to happen well. So can you tell me something on how did you build that trust with the teams, with the drivers, the captains? Like what came up to that?
Talking about trust, it's always transparency. Say, while talking to any team, I always be myself. I'm not portraying something, I'll do this, I'll do that, and this will be better. I usually talk to the teams before launching season 2. I had a brief meeting with all the captains and faculty advisor who have participated in season 1, and I have asked their reviews. Okay, how you felt the season 1 was, what more you want to add to season 2. They gave me the suggestions, and my team then figured out, and we placed into the event. Let's say about the rules, some teams thought the rule book is very much harsh. Some teams thought that the rule book is very much easy on the teams. So accordingly we made changes. So if you are talking to them, if you are taking their suggestion, so even they feel a part of a family. Absolutely. And if they feel a part of a family, ultimately the trust builds up. And talking about the organizing committee, trust into the organizing committee, one thing I make sure that whoever comes to my event, I put a simple clause for them that if you are coming to my event, I want you to be of my event only. I don't want you to go to the other events, because everywhere ideology is different. So the judge or the volunteer, they may lose their direction of thinking, because I have a different way of thinking, I have a different way of planning the events. Other events have different criteria of judging and whatever. So if I make sure, so I meet those people only once a year during the event, but that meeting is very close. We try to bond with them, gel with them, give authority to them, decision making ability they learn from us, and that's how the trust builds up between us. Right. And next season I just have to call them, okay, these are the dates of the event, please do come, and they take the leaves and come to us.
But it's really amazing to see you reach that stage. Like, you know, a call can fix everything. And like one question I had is, like, as you mentioned, there are different organizations, like many people are hosting all over India different championships, like similar to Morphine Motorsports. What is the key difference, or like anything factor which is differentiating you and them? Like, can you elaborate on that?
First thing is, whatever we plan as an organization, we plan as students, because our whole organizing committee are participated in student motorsport events. So we keep ourselves on the participants' place, and then we design the event accordingly. So that's the first thing we do, and I think that makes a difference, because there are multiple organizations who have never participated in go-karting actually, but they are organizing go-karting events. It's a sad truth, but I have to say that.
Yeah.
And again, about differentiating, uh, I proudly say that I am the only event organizer who is using timing system for all the dynamic events. None of my judge is using stopwatches or manual entry. Whatever the LED shows, whatever the laser system shows, that is applicable for all. Yeah, in case if there's a major difference between, because teams calculate their own time, if there's a major difference, they may come, and we'll try to rectify that, or we can give a reattempt. But this never happened in MMS season 1, because we have a very reliable supply for those. So that's the major difference. I keep everything transparent. Again, one more thing I will proudly say, that in MMS season 1, the design presentation, there were 3 teams who were on the top chart. So we didn't went score wise. What we did is, the top 3 finalists, we called them on stage and put them into debate, and we all were just listening to them. They were arguing, validating their points, showing their design philosophies, what their design philosophies are, and the remaining participants, they were watching from behind. So even before we announced the result, everyone knew that who's the winner, and that's what transparency is, and that's my USP.
Right.
Again, with the time, we are also evolving, we are learning things, we are also evolving. Like this season, I've also planned, I've discussed with the teams, and teams are okay with that, okay with it, that in this season we'll add pit stop as well in the endurance race. So we'll keep a long race, and we'll give opportunity to the second driver as well.
Okay. Absolutely.
Everyone is doing their job, everyone is trying to do the best for this community. If you ask about me, this is what I feel should be done.
Definitely, I would have loved it if like both the drivers got equal part. Like initially, I was the secondary driver, then I became primary. But like definitely giving that opportunity, or like passing the baton towards the second driver as well, is mandatory, and they don't get that chance really that often,
No.
unless and until you are the primary driver. So definitely that's a requirement. And when you mentioned about these events being like having like parents or the organizations or like the colleges having some concerns, I think safety is one thing which I see is a big concern, because like I've myself seen some events happening in colleges which is like absolutely, it's I can't even tell you how much of hate I have for that, because there is no safety. You all are damaging the property, you all are endangering many students, and it shouldn't be done. Racing is done on track, right?
Absolutely, it has to be done on track. There was my friend, I guess in 2016 or 17, they were doing a street karting event. So he was one of the best driver, and he at that moment when I've seen all the karts, I went there as a spectator. So when I've seen his kart and I've seen him performing, I felt he's gonna win. There's no chance he'll lose that race. And but they were racing on street. It was not a safe go-kart track. It was a corridor with long heighted bumpers, barricades, dividers,
Right.
and street lamps everywhere. He was racing somewhere. He just lost his steering control. He bashed into the street lamp. His helmet was torn apart. He was 2 days into hospital.
Oh God.
And from those days, I hate the events who run on college premises. Yeah, there are problems. I can understand there's a budget problem. Why events are being conducted into colleges? Obviously, the budget. Because if you want to do the event at a professional karting track, you have to spend lakhs per day. But safety is important. Safety is important because if you don't have a perfect track, karting track, specifically karting track, it's unsafe for all. It's not only unsafe for the driver, it's unsafe for the spectators as well. It's unsafe for the organizing committee as well, all the stakeholders as well. What if someone got a major accident? How you gonna someone will lose his life, someone may lose his future. You can't play with the student's
True.
life. So that's why for MMS I always promised, and I'll keep my promise. Not only the race, the whole event I'm gonna conduct on the track.
Correct.
And that gives atmosphere as well. Teams coming on day 0, they are doing the technical inspection, they are going for multiple tests and seeing the track in front of them. So it keeps them igniting for the race day.
Correct.
It keeps them motivated for the race day. So this is what I feel. It should stop here. It should stop conducting events on college premises. It should stop.
Like reflecting from the season 1, like so I had been a part of the event, and I never encountered anyone having a negative thought. So definitely season 2 is going to be a mind-blowing stage to be in. And yes,
I want to ask you, what more you want for season 2? What you are expecting? What we should change? What we should improve?
So season 2, what we need not improve anything, but definitely there is, like when I say that there is an event, I am there for racing. So I want more of racing.
Yeah.
Because it runs in our blood, so definitely we want those battles coming up. I want to overtake someone, like that's what comes inside me, and definitely the other drivers will be feeling the same as what I feel.
Yeah.
So definitely we want to see some more racing in the season 2, and we can plan some things, like definitely if the drivers are trained properly, they'll be able to counter it safely as well, and we can see more like nice experienced battles going on, and that can really enhance the event. And as you mentioned, you are calling some guests who have been like complete pinnacle of racing in
Yes.
Pune or in Maharashtra. Definitely that will enhance the event. And I just want surprises now, Azmat. So like being very honest, I just want to see more surprises in that race.
Surprises, you will see the surprises at the track itself. But one thing I'll unveil in this. One thing I will unveil, that you will be the driver trainer. You will be training all my drivers. You have been training all my drivers, and you will do for sure.
Definitely.
For sure.
Definitely.
So Arjun, I was just scrolling through photos of MMS before shooting this. I've seen a photo. You were just hiding your face and laughing. What was that moment?
So yeah, I think I remember this photo. It was during the debate which was going on.
Uh-huh.
So I think I was looking at you and I was just hiding my face and laughing. Is in back of my mind I was thinking, what if we were over there, and what if I would have, and that those guys were completely involved in that debate, that they were taking each other's case so bad that it was almost going to get physical. And I'm like, Azmat, how do we stop this, or what conclusion? And what if we were in that position? I wouldn't have been able to answer those questions for sure.
I would have bashed you literally there.
So that was the funny part, which was like, that moment was really funny for me. Do you have any such type of funny moment?
We were doing virtuals. So one of the team came during the virtual round. They were presenting, and looking at the presentation, I knew it was my presentation, which I made back in 2013. So they were presenting. I asked a few questions. So they were just hiding and passing on to other. Then at the end they told, so the student who did this analysis is not present in the college due to some medical issues or whatever. So I tell, okay, just open page number 12, just zoom into that picture, tell me the date. So the date was written 2013 and that analysis was performed by my teammate.
Oh.
So in that report, I even knew where the spelling mistakes are, and the students were presenting my design to me. So that was one of the funny part. I enjoyed a lot. Even they enjoyed. They were laughing at that time. Then I also told them, bro, this is not the right way, not a good engineering practice. Try creating your own. I know these things are tough, but you can get in touch with us anytime for any help. We'll help you throughout. If you want for reference, even I can share you those same reports, but use it as a reference. Don't just copy paste it, because in one of my reports it was I've done braking calculation. At that time we had 2 brake discs in our go-kart. So all the calculations were done as per 2 brake discs.
Correct.
One team came and I've checked the calculation report. So all the figures were multiplied by 2. I knew the reason why those were multiplied by 2. Okay, I asked the team, why everywhere you have multiplied the values by 2? They didn't had any answer. I told them, because those reports are from my team, my card has 2 brake discs, so I have multiplied all the values by 2.
Oh God.
So these are a few funny moments. There are a lot here. During the event, seriousness is also there, fun is also there.
You're right.
Talk to me about few banters if you had with some team time maybe.
So like during my TI times, I had like crazy moments. Like they were not able to answer me anything regarding their own cart. Okay. So what I was doing, I was taking my own fun part was, I was pinpointing that person. I was asking them what subsystem they worked in. If someone told steering, I'll ask them transmission. Because technically you need to know everything about the car, especially the drivers. So I was more technically focused more towards the drivers, and I asked the driver, like, if this went wrong, what would you first check? He's like, I'll check my own subsystem. I'm like, dude, that doesn't work that way, right? You need to know everything about your car. And one funny moment came across was like, I asked that driver, like, how much time have you driven on this car? And he's like, today I'll be driving it for the first time.
Oh.
So I was like,
Funny.
dude, have you lost your mind? Are you crazy? How can you what happened? He's like, no sir, like the cart was prepared and everything, and it was directly packed after that. I'm like, you didn't even test a minute. He's like, no, we just kept it running, dry run, and that's it. I'm like, dude, how do you call yourself a driver? Like, do you know what component can go wrong? He's like, yes sir, what? I'm like, what can go? He's like, everything can go wrong. I'm like, did you just say that? He's like, yeah, now what to do? I'm like, all the best, that's all I could say, and I just went by.
Banter's fun apart, but yeah, during the events also I usually tell my organizing committee and the judges that you have to transfer the knowledge. You have the knowledge, don't flaunt it, pass it on, and that's what you did. Okay,
Yeah.
you asked from different subsystems so that even they should know that
Correct.
from where judge may ask questions from anywhere. One fun part during the virtuals, teams were expecting different types of question. Obviously, before the virtuals, team prepare with their reports and calculation. They get ready with the justification of the values they have entered in their reports. But what I used to ask them during the virtuals was Newton's law of motion, and they were not able to tell. So wrong part is, if you're making a go-kart, you should know at least the basics.
Absolutely.
Few teams I have asked, give me the conversion between kilometer per hour to meter per second. They weren't able to give me. And there were few teams who have not only answered me the Newton's motion law, but they have given me the example with respect to their kart as well.
Oh,
So you see the scale.
absolutely.
And that's
yes.
why I'm trying to give the platform. I'm calling the big team, champion teams to the event, not for them to participate, but also the junior team, the newcomers, to learn from them.
Correct.
Look at their cart, how they are making, what materials they are using, what calculations they are doing, what is their flow, what is their
Correct.
design philosophies and methodologies. So overall, obviously in every event, in every classroom, you get students scoring 99 and you get students passing on
Naturally,
34.
yes.
When I was a part of 34-35 gang in my engineering days, so I can feel those things. But yeah, with events and everything, even I learnt a lot, and even today I learn a lot from the teams while taking virtuals. Few teams come up with amazing calculations, amazing designs, and I learn from them.
Correct.
I ask them, sometimes I don't know, see they have done CFD. I'm not that good into analysis, frankly speaking. I have a different judge for the analysis. So if someone shows me CFD, I ask them how you did that, what were the values, what were the prefix you have used. So yeah, I'm not only organizing the event, I am learning from them. Because in future, I want to develop go-karts, so they may that data and that team would be helpful.
Correct.
In future, I will call him and ask him, bro, I've made a kart, I want you to do the CFD of this.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
And there was one very nice factor which I see in this event, or like the events which are happening, is innovation. And there are many innovative factors which they put into the cart. And like something which this year I had seen was about the exhaust and the emissions, which is now becoming a very big threat for the nation worldwide, globally, everywhere. It's become major issues. The catalytic converter. So I remember during my innovative days, like when I was in the engineering, and this was the innovative factor which we came up, was the catalytic converter. But it was not completely doing its job. But seeing the newer teams do, like it's working absolutely perfect. One event I remember, I went there and there was a safety parameter. Like unless and until the driver doesn't put on his helmet, the car didn't start.
That's amazing.
So these are like the innovative factors which we really need, and like I want these teams to see, like get more innovative ideas and put it into the cart. And definitely there is an award for that as well, right?
Yeah.
So,
We encourage innovation, but I remember one fun part. In my college days, I was participating in an event. I won't take the name of the event. So there was an innovation award. One team got the innovation award. Okay, I asked them what was their innovation. That team told, sir, we have used 40 teeth sprocket, and that sprocket was helpful us in acceleration as well and in endurance as well, and they got the award. So that was a funny part. I felt, okay, sprockets are getting innovation awards.
yeah, that's like, now what to say anymore on this?
Wordless. I am
Yeah.
speechless. I am stunned. So motorsport is also funny here. Lot of fun comes in one of my event. A team was doing skid pad. Judge was standing beside counting the cones penalty. The team took a donut and went straight into the judge. And judge was running behind him. The cart was running out of the track at Mohitesh. I guess you remember that.
Yes.
Who was the judge?
I think,
Vatsal?
Yes, Vatsal.
Vatsal was there, I
Yes,
guess.
yes.
And the cart was running behind him.
Behind him. And he was running towards the other judges. And like at least run on the other direction.
Run to the other direction. Yes. That was a crazy part. In this event also, there were funny moments, but we were mostly busy into. It was damn stressful. Frankly speaking, this was one of the toughest event I did, because my team was new, the volunteers were new. I rebranded myself. I want to make a new legacy.
Correct.
And teams were there were multiple teams. Frankly speaking, there were multiple teams who wanted to participate, but they didn't participate. They were just waiting and watching how they are doing their first season. If they are doing good, I'll come to the second season.
Absolutely.
So second season, I'm looking forward to many more teams. A lot of fun.
Definitely.
Yeah. One more thing. Do you remember Mazdar sir taking technical inspection and he saw a dhaga, that red dhaga on the steering wheel? What was that? Do you remember?
During the season 1
Yes,
TI, right?
yes.
I think it was in the TI bay besides me. He came and he's like, what is the threat? And seeing him so involved, I think someone said it's regarding some religious god and everything. And after that, like, do you know anything more? I just heard from other people.
Yeah, even I heard he's like, Bhagwan nahi aayenge bachane tumko. You have to take this out. And teams used to fear from us there.
Yeah.
Though he was damn strict. I participated in one of his event where he was technical inspector and he torn my cart apart. He just broke my steering wheel. Hey, what kind of steering wheel is this? Change this. You should not keep 90-degree steering wheel. Take it out. And he just took that welding out.
Ripped it off.
He ripped it off. He told, make new one. There is damn strict.
Yes.
I remember one team during the endurance race, the weather was foggy. Correct. It was going cold after the rain. So driver was driving. Mazda told, put your visor down. And the driver did, he took a lap and all the fog was gathering on his face. So he came to me, driver came to me, sir, it's all foggy and I cannot see the track. So I told him, when you pass in front of Mazda, put your flap down, and when you leave him, take it up. That's what I can help you. But if he told you put that down, you have to
You
put
have
it
to
down.
do it. Yeah.
Or else, yeah, you have to invest here. Invest into helmets. That's helmet is something you can use all the time.
Correct.
So just invest. You have already purchased the helmet of 4,000 rupees. Add 2-3,000 more.
Yeah,
Get a better
good
quality
one.
helmet, better rating helmet.
Correct.
You can use it not only for karting, for your regular biking as well.
Absolutely, yes.
So
That's there, right? Like definitely, like safety is something which can't be compromised.
Right.
And if someone, like I know Mazda sir since an early Rotax days, so like I know him since the past 10-15 years now. He's never changed. He's been strict then and he's been stricter right now. Like he's been very mean to people as well. Like, but he has a reason for everything.
Right.
And he's a guy who'll never compromise on safety. So hats off to him.
I recently met him and we are also planning, I am also planning a podcast with him. But I am afraid he'll talk all about safeties. Azmat, don't do this. That's not right.
Definitely you're going to encounter it. And I'll be super excited to see that episode as well.
Right. So now funs apart, let's talk about careers here.
Yes.
See, we are promoting motorsport, we are trying to groove students, but how this will help in their coming future, how they can make career through motorsports. Take me through that.
Right. So, Azmat, I'll tell you one very important factor which I get questioned about a lot is like people, the upcoming drivers or someone who is in 8th and 9th standard, they come to me with the question is like, how do I become a racer? I am ready to quit my education for that. The first answer is like, have you lost your mind? Are you nuts? Are you crazy? Education has been a key important factor, and definitely you need not believe like driving or racing can be a career. Definitely it can, but that's like just 5 or like not even 0.5% people go into that as a career, right? Everyone deserves a chance, agreed. But you should not leave your career or your education aside. Definitely, there are a lot of chances once you come into these student affiliated championships. You learn a lot about management, marketing, business analysis, designing. Definitely, there is a lot of scope in the market. Like right now in the job market, when you go to the automotive sector, you all need engineers, right? But for that, you need to complete your graduation or at least complete some point of education. When you have to go, like there are different courses available as well. Like motorsports engineering is one of them.
Right.
And definitely these companies or like racing teams scout for these people. If you have a racing background or something you have participated or been a part of, you are already in the cream.
Right, obviously.
So what do you think? Like, what is your ideology?
See, if you are participating into intercollegiate student motorsports event, the most important thing is you study what has been already taught to you.
Correct.
Because even we were into the engineering, we didn't knew multiple formulas, what came into strength of materials, what came into theory of machines.
Absolutely.
But when we started karting, we have to again study those, and now what we have is the theoretical knowledge along with the practical example of it.
Yeah.
And this combination will help you get more jobs. And it will put you one step ahead during your interviews.
Correct.
When you go, let's say you are going for an interview to Tata and Mahindra, you have theory, but you can proudly say them, sir, I have made an automobile. It's an open wheel automobile, but I know how rack and pinion works.
Correct.
I know how wheel assemblies work. I know how suspension work. I have seen it. I have made it. I have not only studied it, I have done it by my hands. So I can also add value into it, and I can try to improve it.
Correct.
So that's how student motorsport will help. And not only academia, if you are being a part of a student team, you have to manage a lot of people.
Correct.
So you learn leadership.
Absolutely.
This will help you in your career. You have to work into deadlines. That will make you corporate ready.
Correct.
You have to work in pressure.
Absolutely.
That will make you corporate ready. You have to go to multiple markets, source at the minimal rate because you don't have budget. So that will make you a good sourcing engineer. So as a human being, it develops you. It not only develops you as an engineer, as a human being also it develops you. Right now, today we are talking because we got knowledge from there. We are transferring knowledge to those, to our viewers, and that is how we are developed. Otherwise, if we wouldn't have done motorsports, we would have been working in any of the corporate company, going 9 to 5, doing the
Daily
regular
routine,
stuff that other does. So it will develop you as a human being as well.
True. I completely agree with you. So this is really mandatory, and definitely, like, if you want to do a career into motorsports, first thing I believe is education. Once you start learning from that, you get into more events, get into more intercollegiate or professional events, make yourself, like, be a better human being. Once you are after that stage comes to opportunities.
Right.
Don't miss out on opportunities. If something is coming by, just grab the right opportunity and you'll automatically succeed, is what I believe in.
And that's it. Thank you very much, Arjun, for this podcast. I feel all our viewers got their answers, and I request our viewers as well to put on your queries on the comment. Arjun sir is there for your answers, and hope to see you in MMS season 2.